Going on, y'all? Today this is how to be a delinquent artist. We about to get some spray paints and we about to head back to the studio and I'm about to show y'all how to be a delinquent as an artist. Now if y'all know artists, we are delinquents, especially the best ones. We do whatever we want to do and we don't play by anybody's rules. As you can see, we at Jerry's Autorama. I put y'all on in the last video. We about to go in here and get some supplies. First things first, we gotta get some tape. All right, gotta get some tape. That's the first things first, because we gotta tape off our canvas for when we spray paint. All right. See, if we was getting real delinquent, we still.
Chill.
Red one's the best one, honestly. Can I get some spray paint too?
Yeah. What you need?
Let me get red 94. Red 94. And black.
I'm out of black.
Out of black.
I got black gold.
Yeah, let me get that. Blue. Basically the primary colors. Our supplies are not cheap. Alright. Yo, welcome back to the neighborhood. We back in the neighborhood today. This is how to be a delinquent artist, part 1, trick 1, hack 1, whatever you want to say. You gotta have a messy studio. You're not a delinquent artist if your studio isn't a mess. You see, I got everything all around here. I got palettes that I don't clean. I got shoes with paint on them. I got pastels all over the place. Delinquent artists have messy studios. You're not a great artist. You're not a good artist if your studio isn't a mess, or wherever you paint. All right. All right, boom. So this is our first layer right here. I'm gonna let this go ahead and dry for a little bit, and I'm gonna come back to it and go in there on some acrylic paint, add some highlights, really make it pop out. Let's get back into the painting. I'm gonna tape up my painting here so I can do a background for you, and I'm gonna go back in on some acrylics, and we just gonna like do what we do, you feel me? But to get back to our topic, not caring about other people's opinions. Now, I used to be in college. I went to a college that was a PWI, not an HBCU, and I was studying studio arts or whatever. But one of the biggest problems I had, one of the biggest problems that like I really did not mess with, was the fact that we had to do these critiques. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fine with people judging my work, you know what I mean? People talking about my work or whatever, but because it was a PWI, I was like probably the only black dude. And in a lot of my art classes, you know, there was a couple other, we were all friends and stuff like that, but in majority of them, I was the only one. So when it came down to like explaining some of our works and some of our projects and stuff like that, it was really hard to communicate like where I was coming from with the art. And I had been doing art, like previous before I went to school. So like I was already seeing some motion with it. People was telling me like, yo, this is fire. You got meaning behind it. So that's like a big thing that a lot of artists don't have. So my head is already gassed up. You feel me? I'm in this place. My head is gassed up. And so when we get to critique time, like my works are more focused on like my identity as a black man and like, you know, all that. It's all tied into that. Whereas like other people's works were more tied into like things that didn't really matter to me personally, you know what I mean? To each his own for real. But to me, it's all about my identity as a black person and just kind of like what it means to be black man in America. And so whenever I bring up these themes, it's kind of like they wouldn't know how to critique it or how to talk about it or how to do anything about it. All they would critique me on is like the technicality of the work and if I did it correctly or if I painted it correctly or whatever. And you know, that's cool. You know what I mean? That made me understand like what college is really about. You know what I mean? It made me understand that okay, college and art college especially is just about fucking like technicality, techniques, technical skills. And I did pick up a lot of technical skills and a lot of stuff in college that I wouldn't have picked up had I not went. But I also am glad that I dropped out. You know what I mean? If you're a college dropout and you're an artist and you're watching this, we gang for real. You feel me? And if you're unemployed, I speak for unemployment too. Like if you unemployed, like man, if you unemployed, take a shot right now, cause that's that's what we on for real. We not working for nobody. We working for ourselves. Now, if you unemployed and you sitting on your ass, I don't got nothing. I don't got nothing for you. You know what I mean? Nothing for you. Matter of fact, click off this channel and go apply for a job. Hop on Indeed right quick. But if you unemployed, you're an artist, you working towards something, we gang for real, for real. But yeah, to get back to it, yeah, I dropped out because of that, because I wasn't really feeling the way that things were being taught. You know what I mean? I like art that's about something, and that brings me to my next point, which is meaning. Okay, when you finally stop caring about what other people say, you can find meaning in art and what you create, right? Because ultimately your work should have meaning to it. You know what I mean? It's cool to have all the technical skills in the world and to make real good technical work, but if your work don't have no meaning, man, what purpose does it serve in the world? You know what I mean? If you wanted to serve a purpose in the world, if you don't, then by all means make meaningful work. But personally, I would like my work to serve a higher purpose in the world. One of my favorite artists is Steve Jobs. I'm probably like, Steve Jobs? Steve Jobs is not an artist, he's an inventor. Nah, he's an artist. I believe anybody who asks a question and figures out a way to solve it through innovation and technical advances or technological advances and any type of innovation is art. You know what I mean? You have to have an artist mindset to even be able to think about something like that. Like to think about Apple, to think about creating Apple or iPhone, like you got to have an artist type brain to do that. And I believe all of us are capable of doing it. You know what I mean? Whether we're artists or not, but artists especially, we have a duty, we have a role to expound and open up the world to new ideas, new subject matters, a new life for real. You know what I mean? So that's just a little food for thought. Man, I should have got the bigger tape. Like, I should have got the bigger tape. I'm using this small tape. It's gonna take like a little minute to do this. But who cares? Time is an illusion. I got all the time in the world right now for real. Because there is no time. Time was created by the government so they can track and keep up with everybody, keep tabs on you, just like your social security number. They always got to put numbers to things so they know how to keep track of it. They know how to keep track of you, and they know how to keep track of what you got going on. They clocking you. So time is for workers. I personally, I'm not a worker. Like I said earlier, I'm gonna reiterate this like as much as I have to. But I'm unemployed, so I don't really have a time clock on me. Feel me? There's nothing wrong if you do, but time is the biggest illusion, biggest game. You don't have time, okay? No time. When people say I don't have any time to waste, it's like, no, you actually do. I appreciate everybody who's been watching me. up until this point. Subscribe, all the new subscribers and people that showed me love on my last video. I appreciate y'all. Like, y'all making me go like 10 times harder with this. You know, my last video, I was actually really thinking about like skipping that week. And my videographer, my homie, my good friend Ben, he's behind the camera right now. Lame ass. But he kind of forced me to do the video. And so I was like, okay. We really did do that video like in like, I don't know, bro, like 4 hours. We did that video in 4 hours. And so for y'all to really like appreciate it and love it the way y'all do, we really appreciate that. Ben does too. We both appreciate that. And it's just gonna make us go even harder with this. You know? But anyway, delinquent art, man. The delinquent artist is the only artist, right? Any artist that goes against the norms and the traditions of the traditional art world or the traditional art space is seen as a delinquent, ignorant artist, when in fact, you are the artist. Because if everybody's doing the same thing, everybody's thinking the same, that's conformity. And why would you conform? When we're all unique, we all have our own unique perspectives to give to the world and to give to this art space especially. So like, it'd be very stupid of you not to be an ignorant artist, delinquent artist at this point. You know? That's just what we on. And if you on it with me, then you on it with me. If you're not, then you're not. But I promise you're gonna come back later and be like, I should have been a delinquent artist instead of like trying to feed into what everybody else got going on and playing by the rules, this, that, and the third. Yeah. Yep. One thing you do need to know though, you do need to learn the rules of this art space and this art thing. And when I say the rules, I mean like just like technicalities, you know, do your homework on history. At least if you're gonna do something, at least have the decency to learn about it just a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I know with social media, it's so easy just to get on and just start doing something. Because you can see a couple videos, watch a couple YouTube videos, look on Instagram or whatever, and pick up some swag and just do it. But honestly, have some decency. At least do some homework. At least look at some art history. At least learn how to do something correct. You know what I mean? Before you start trying to just fuck around and do whatever. You know what I mean? Like, at least advice from an unemployed artist. Let's just go ahead and go in with the background, man. Let's go red first. Let's go for you. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of already like speculate the way that I'm gonna go out. I think it's either gonna be like paint fumes, something that has to do with paint fumes, because I don't mask up. Paint fumes, I got asthma too, so like something with that, or like something crazy. Like just something like really stupid and crazy. Like I fell off a building or something like that. I don't know why, but like I just feel that way. But definitely probably something to do with paint fumes because I don't mask up. I don't even wear gloves when I'm using oil paint. That's just that degenerate, ignorant artist shit I'm talking about. Like, you know what I mean? I really dedicate my health to this shit. Feel me? I'm risking my health to paint. Y'all don't risk your health to paint? Are you really an artist? Can you call yourself an artist if you're not risking your health to paint? You know what I mean? My health, my well-being. Probably like, this is the worst paint you ever made, bro. Fuck off. It's not even finished yet. I know y'all feel like that sometimes. When there's people watching y'all paint. Y'all ever had people watch y'all paint before? It's so weird. People watch you paint and be like, maybe you should add this, or maybe you should add that. Like, if you knew so much better than me, why don't you paint? Right? Unless it's a viable source, you know what I mean? Somebody that is trusted, then of course I might take the advice, but just some random person. I actually want to show y'all something real quick. Let me grab this real quick. All right, so boom, this is a painting that I made. I made this like in 2024. I made it this year, but yeah, I had like a studio visit, and this white couple, they came in and they were asking me questions about my artwork. They're like, "Do you get any backlash from your artwork?" And I was like, "Why did I get any backlash?" And they were like, "Oh, because like the blackface characters and all that." And of course, I'm like, I mean, I don't really get no backlash. I feel like people don't really. I'm not like super big to where people are like, "Oh, this raw guy makes controversial fucking art and shit." You know what I mean? I'm not like super big or whatever. But yeah, the guy, he comes over and he asked me. He's like, "What is this in the Sprite bottle?" And I was like, I like laughed for a second. I chuckled for a second because I thought he was joking. I thought he was playing around. I didn't think he didn't actually know. I was like, it's lean. That's dirty Sprite. He was like, "What's dirty Sprite?" I was like, "Damn, like, do I have to explain dirty Sprite to you like right now? Like, do I really have to do that?" So I was like, "Bro, it's like cough syrup, like cough medicine, like it's liquid heroin." And he was like, "Oh, why is it in the Sprite bottle?" I'm like, "Bro, like, can you put two and two together? It's a drug, like you feel me?" But he didn't understand what that was. So like that just showed me like it was it's a barrier between like people who are in their own little bubble in the art world and then the real people who understand what's going on right now. You feel me? And so if you're a person who is not on uh the delinquent, ignorant, base street level knowledge in the world, and you're like an art worlder type person, you're not in touch, your finger's not on the pulse of what's going on in the real world. Reality, you know what I mean? If you were gonna be a delinquent artist or a great artist, you gotta be in touch with reality. You feel me? If you're not in touch with reality, you are never going to be able to reach the masses. You feel me? And so this was one of those pieces where it's like he was like one of the only people who came that night that didn't know. I'm not gonna say he was one of the only people that didn't know. He was part of a select group of people that didn't know what this was, but a good amount of people didn't know what this was. And I just thought I would share that with you because it's kind of like, damn, I thought everybody knew what Dirty Sprite was, but I guess not. But this is called Trapped Trapped slash dirty Sankofa. I got my Sankofa bird down there. And then my trapped right here in the spray paint. And I got like the pigs and the dice and the dude. You feel me? It's a trap. It's a cycle. So, boom. But this is this piece right here. I'm going to put this over here so y'all can just like look at this for a little bit. You feel me? If it's even in the picture for real. Yeah, we'll just put it over here. Okay. All right, let's get back to this, man. I get distracted easily sometimes, so y'all gonna have to excuse me. So, you know. It's like Superman colors. I use like Superman colors for this. Superman is like the most overrated superhero ever made. And he got like a god complex. Superman got an OD like god complex. Like, it's insane. Like, to be born on another planet, come to Earth, and then just like shit on everybody and act like you God is crazy. It's like, bro, you wasn't even shit on your own planet, but like you come down here and like you start acting like you God or something to us. You our savior. But we ain't ever seen no shit like that. We should have sent his ass back to goddamn Krypton without that bullshit. Batman though, Batman's my favorite superhero, because he's just like, he's a normal dude, just rich, you feel me? He's just rich and he's fly. Like, Batman's just a fly superhero for real. Superman is cold though. Like, I respect him, but he got that God complex, and that's not a good thing to have. Says rather God. All right, we got our background going. We're gonna take the tape away and we're gonna go in with our acrylic paint and really make this thing pop for real. You feel me? Just throwing away money, right? All right, let's get right back into this. We about to add some acrylic paint. We about to mix up these paints over here. About to mix up these paints and then start going in on this joint. This baby right here, man. Let's get a nice, good palette going. I want him to have like some good skin tones. I should have got some acrylic paints. I'm running out for real. Okay, we got some red still. We still got some red. One thing I wanna talk about is your space. In the beginning, I mentioned like delinquent artists. We got like messy studios or whatever. We all got like messy studios. When we talk about your space that you're creating, whether that be your bedroom, like I used to make artwork in my bedroom before I got my studio. One thing I'll say about my space is I like to decorate it, or I kind of like to just make it reminiscent of myself. You know what I mean? It automatically is, but I like to be real intentional about it. And that, like, there's specific things that I'll have that are just like ultimately me. And that just comes down to a big part of it. A really big part of it comes down to being comfortable with yourself. You know what I mean? Being at peace with yourself and comfortable. Like, oh yeah, I like this, so I'm going to have this. You know what I mean? A lot of people, and I'll say I've been a victim of this. I've been caught up in like other people's opinions and what they like. You know what I mean? What do other people like? And I would base like my likes off of that. And it's kind of like, you shouldn't do that, especially as an artist, as a person. You know what I mean? Not even as an artist, this is just talking as a person. You shouldn't really do that. Base your likes, base the stuff that you want to do or you pursue off of others, you know? If you're a nerd, like if you're a nerd, just be a nerd. Like if you like certain things, just like them. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with liking what you like. That's what makes you original. That's what makes you unique. Mm, and that's so important when you're pursuing the arts, being unique, having your own take, having your own opinion on things, you know, not following what's popular. If you like something, you like it. I can't help that I like something. I like it. You know what I mean? Like it's my fault. Somebody will laugh at you for liking something, but turn around and that person will be just like everybody else. You know what I mean? So like what you like. Decorate your space how you want to decorate it. If there's something that you find at like the thrift store, even something you find on the side of the road that you're like, oh shit, this is crazy. I want this. Grab it. You know what I mean? Take it. Take it. Make it yours. You know what I mean? Don't care about what's popular or what people would want you to like. I mean, ultimately, it's your life. Feel me? So, like what you like. Honestly, when you're a kid, you're so much free, and you don't really care about what other people think, or other people say. Like you are truly like yourself. That's before like you start to even worry about anything social. I mean, you're just exhibiting a true version of yourself. Me, when I was younger, um, I've always been the way that I am now. Like I've always been a pretty. I'm not gonna say a bad. I wasn't never a bad person, but like I used to get into a lot of trouble as a kid, and I used to break a lot of the rules, and so I wouldn't do like crazy things. Like I would just do things like, okay, if I know the rule is to not talk while the teacher's talking or something like that, I would like do something else. Like I wouldn't laugh, but I would like make a noise or some shit, and like it would just get the class going. And I don't know. I always liked breaking the rules in like creative ways. So that's why like choosing art was like the perfect career path for me because now I'm in a space where it's acceptable to break the rules. You know what I mean? I don't get any penalty for breaking the rules here. In school, like you get suspended or whatever, this and that and the third. But in the art space, it's kind of like you get applauded for breaking the rules. So being a delinquent artist was always in the cards for me. Now, thank you for watching How to Be a Delinquent / Ignorant Artist. I hope you pull something from the video, whether that be for you to be carefree, more self-observant about yourself, and just really like not give a fuck. You feel me about art? Like it's not that serious. It's not that deep. Everything is not that deep. You feel me? Just make what you want to make. Do what you want to do. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. We will be back same time next week, same place, a different thing. You know the vibes. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment below for me. Let me know what y'all doing while y'all watching the video. Are you painting with me? Are you just watching? Like, let me know when you turn this on for me. And that's all we got for you. Peace out from the neighborhood, man. We gone.